Hello and welcome to Tutorialspoint. Now this video is specifically designed for HR professionals, managers or just anyone working with employee data. In this video, we will explore how to efficiently analyze employee data sets using Excel, from calculating the number of employees in specific departments to determining total and average salaries dynamically. We will cover the essential formulas that can save you time and enhance your workflow. So without wasting time, let's get started. So here we have this example data set of employee ID, first name, last name, email, gender, department, salary, and country. Now this is a table right here. And if we click on table design, you will see I have named this table as data so that we can use it in our functions. Alright, so I click on this sheet here, sheet number 1, and this is what we have to do. Now, first we have to list all the departments, and here I have written the name of the functions that we are going to use. So to list all the departments, first way is to simply go back to the table and just copy all of this column and then go back to the sheet number 1 and paste it here. But that is something we do not want, because we only want the name of the department once. And if we go back to the table, as you can see, the department name is repeating. Training is many times, and so are the other departments. So instead of copying and pasting, here we will use the unique function. So I will write here equals unique parenthesis. Now inside the unique function, we will write the name of our table, which we have already written, that is data. Now inside the data, we have a column. As you can see, we have all the names of the column, and we'll be needing this department column. And I'll just close the parenthesis and hit on enter. This will fetch all the names of all the departments and will make sure that no name is repeated. So we have listed all the department names here, right? But it will be much better if we write this in a sorted way. For example, we want the department starting with letter A first, then B, and then so on. So the accounting should be actually here, right? To do this, we can simply use the sort function. So I'm going to entirely wrap this unique function inside the sort function. So here, right after this equals, I'll write sort and then open parenthesis, and then here I'll just close this parenthesis and hit enter. And you can name and you can see that the department names have been sorted. So we have completed this first task of listing all the departments, right? So let me just change that color to green so that we can identify what we have just done. So we have done the first one. Now we have the second one. Here we have to list the number of employees in each department, and we are going to use the countifs function for this. So in this column, we want to specify how many employees are in the accounting department, then how many employees are in the business development department, and so on. So here I'll write the formula equals countifs and then parentheses. Now here I'll write the name of my table, which is the data table. Now inside the data table, we have the department column, and we want to calculate for each department. So I'll write here a comma, and then I'll write the name of the department, which is this one. So I'll click on this cell. If I close the parenthesis and hit enter, it says that the accounting has number of employees 97. We can just drag and drop this to apply the same formula for all the departments, and we have number of employees in all the departments, right? But a more shorter way is to just go back, and here in this formula, instead of just specifying one department, I'll just delete it and I will specify this all departments. So I'll select this range. As you can see, it has selected this range, and if I click on enter, as you can see, it gives us the number of employees in each of these departments. So we have done this one also. Let me just change its color. Now is the number 3 one. We want to list the total salary of each department. For this, we are going to use the sumifs function. So here in this total salary column, I will write this formula. I'll write equals sumifs and then parentheses. Then I'll write the name of the table. Now inside the name of the table, we are looking for the salary column. And after that, for that salary column, we are going to look for the criteria range, which is going to be again the name of our table. And in our table, we are going to look for the department column. All right, and then comma criteria 1 is going to be, we are looking for basically all of these departments. So instead of selecting just one, we can select all of these at once and then close the parenthesis and hit enter. And as you can see, we have the total salaries of each department. You can just simply select all of them and quickly change their currency, something like this. So they are in dollars. So this is the total salary of the accounting department. This is the total salary of business development department, and so on. So we have done the third one as well. Let me just take it out. Then we have the fourth one. Now here we want to list the average salary of each department. And for this, we are going to use the average ifs function. So here in the average salary column, I'm going to write the formula equals average ifs and then parentheses. Now inside this, we are going to write the average range. So we are looking for our data table, and inside the data table, we have the salary column, right? And then comma. For the criteria range, we are looking again at our data table, and inside the data table, we have the department column. All right, so after that, we are going to just select the names of departments. So instead of selecting one, I will select all of them, and then I will just close the parentheses and hit enter. And as you can see, this calculates the average salary for each department. We can just select these and change them to the currency as well. Also, we can change the decimal places if we want. Let's say I'll just decrease them and let's have whole numbers here. So this is the average salary for accounting department. This is the average salary for business development department, and so on. And we have calculated the fourth here as well. So I'll just take it out. So we have completed our sheet 1 tasks. Now let's go to this sheet number 2 here. Now here we have to do this one. So we have to list all the employees with greater than 100,000 salary. All right, so $100,000, we have to list all the employees, right? So first thing is we want all the headers. All right, so I'm just going to get into the data and we can just simply copy paste. But again, you are an employee, you're a professional, you don't want to copy and paste things, right? So instead of copy and pasting, I'll just go back to the sheet and we will just import all of our headers. Let's say here, to import all of our table headers, we'll simply use the formula equals and then our data table. Inside our data table, we have the headers. So if we scroll here, as you can see, we have this header option. I'll just double click on it. And if we just close the bracket and hit enter, as you can see, we have all of the headers. So let me just adjust them, something like this. Now, after getting all of this, what we want is we want to list all the employees that have greater than $100,000 salary. And for this, we are going to use the filter function. So here, I'm going to write equals, and then I'm going to write the formula, which is filter, and then parentheses. Now, inside the filter, the first is the array. So for the array, we will pass our whole data, so which is the data table, of course. So we have named it as data, so just data, and then column, and then comma, and in the include, we are looking for our data table. Inside our data table, we are looking for the salary column. And in the salary column, we are looking for those only that are greater than $100,000. So let me just close the parentheses and hit enter. And as you can see, this is the list of all the employees that have a salary of greater than $100,000. So here you can just select this column and then you can quickly format it in the currency. And as you can see, all of these employees, which are about, if we count this, these are about 251 employees, and all of these 251 employees have a salary of more than $100,000. So we have done this one. Let me just quickly green this out. So this means we have completed another task. Now let's go to the third sheet. Here we have another small to do. What is it? It says list all the female employees with greater than $100,000 of salary. So here we have listed all the employees irrespective of their gender that have greater than $100,000. But in the sheet number 3, we want to list out the female employees only with greater than $100,000. So again, first we want to have the headers. Remember earlier how we imported all the headers? Simply equals name of our table. Inside the table, we have hash and then headers, and then just close the bracket and hit enter, and we have all the headers. Next, what we want is we want all the female employees with greater than $100,000 of salary. Here we are going to again use the filter function and the star, and I'll show you how to use it. So here I'm going to write the formula equals filter and then parenthesis. Now first we have to pass the array, which is our entire table. So I'll just write the name of our table, which is data, and then comma, and then we have to look for include. Now here what we want is, earlier what we did was we wrote data, and inside the data table we have the salary column, and inside the salary column we were looking for those people that have a greater than salary of $100,000. And if we hit enter, we have all the employees irrespective of gender. But here we want only the female employees, so we need to basically modify our formula. So here, just simply writing this one, we have to write multiple includes. So I'm just going to include a parenthesis here, something like this before this data. What I'll do is I'll write parenthesis, and then here again one parenthesis, and then we have to write another include for this formula as well. So to write multiple conditions in the formula like this, we need to use the star sign here, and then again we need to use more brackets. Now inside these parentheses we are going to write our another criteria of include, which is that for in this our data table we are looking for the gender. So we are looking for the gender, and that gender should be equal to female. So I'll write here female, and then as you can see, this is the entire formula. If I hit on enter, as you can see, we have all the female employees that have a salary of greater than $100,000. You can quickly just modify this and select the currency, and as you can see, this is the list of all the employees that have a salary of greater than $100,000, and these employees are females. So if we count those employees, these are about 122 female employees that have a salary of greater than $100,000. So that is enough for this video. Now in this video, you have learned various formulas like sort, unique, count ifs, average ifs, sum ifs, and filter, and how to use the star to combine multiple criterias. Alright, now the link to download this practice sheet is available in the description below. I hope you enjoyed and learned from this video. Make sure to like this one, share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next video.